Hi everyone, this is Professor CC19, and welcome to episode 5 of Let's Play Candy Crush. And the crush is real. We got this new entry screen to Candy Crush as of March 22nd, 2020. I don't know how long it's going to be here for, but we can watch a video by hitting that orange button. I think this design is pretty cool, I must say, with all the sparkles and the candy mid-crush. We hit that watch button and it sends us to their Facebook page where we can watch a cool video about some stats and some stories about the game. So today we're going to continue from where we awkwardly left off in episode 4, halfway through, 2/3 the way through Minty Meadow. We're going to start on level 61. However, it is extra special because for a few more hours, I got the glitch. Double Build-A-Bot. I showed this in a video on the 22nd because this is coming out a day later. But yeah, for the first time ever, I have actually gotten the double minigame glitch where we have 2 Build-A-Bots at the exact same time. I got it for 9 more hours. I made the most of it today by beating 30 levels, earning 10 gold bars, and filling my sugar drops in the process. So we're going to have double boosters. Regular Build-A-Bot is a lot, more than enough to beat these early levels, but now we have 4 color bombs, 4 stripes, 4 wraps, and 6 extra moves on every level. This is going to be insane. So I'm going to start with level 61, and you'll see on screen just how many boosters this truly is. Then I am going to get to talking a little bit about the differences in my life the past few weeks. Not so much jalapeno politics this time because politics hasn't really been in the mainstream for the past few weeks, which is really weird. And there will, of course, be some banter. But you can see how many boosters there are on screen. I have a number of options of stripe wrap combos, color bombs to send off, color bomb wrapped combos. I'm going to go with the color bomb wrapped combo because it is going to open up the most and take out all our chocolate. So obviously the elephant in the room is the coronavirus, and I having really weird thoughts about my channel because COVID-19 is kind of similar to CC19. Don't worry, you're not going to get sick from watching this. I need to change my thoughts. But yeah, it is the elephant in the room because, well, a lot of changes have been made, and the impact is felt, obviously, across this country, even those who aren't sick. Just the whole feel. You can't really go out. You can't go into places unless there's necessities. There's concern. There's fear. There is a great deal of appreciation for things that are light, which is why I've decided to continue with this series. I know what's going on is serious, and it has impacted me indirectly, but I think this is required as much as possible to keep things positive. Now, for me personally, people in my family are in the medical field and they do work in hospitals, so it is a bit more concerning. Oh, we now have a nightmarishly hard level. That's pretty concerning too, but not as. I have to really speak honestly about this. News every night in regards to this. Oh wow, this level is different. Watching the news every night in regards to the reports about coronavirus and the motto, the catchy little motto, facts, not fear. That would really be important. I think the motto in and of itself, facts, not fear, is ideal. It is what we need in this situation. However, as often the case, what is said and what is done are 2 completely different things. A case in point, the video It's for the players. The video I mentioned earlier that King put out on their Facebook page, it's for the viewers. However, King hasn't always done the best job of listening, for the players. However, King hasn't always done the best job of listening to what the players want for the game. And in the same way, the media, in saying facts, not fear, and then reporting in the same way it does, I gotta be honest, it's completely hypocritical to the point where it's nearly asinine to put that slogan, facts, not fear. When you use words like disaster or dire straits or the market takes a nosedive, it's the worst in 30 years, how is that not presenting an atmosphere of fear? I'm aware that rhymes. I didn't mean it to, but honestly, just using the language that the media uses so often, terms that are so either polarizing or extreme that it stirs up emotions, but never moderate emotions, always passionate emotions, whether it's anger or fear. And yet it's always portrayed as if they are not the ones that are passing that sentiment out. It's gotten to the point where my family and me do not even want to watch the news. And I think that's actually a good thing. To this point, I would advise that you keep up to date on the facts, but not through the mainstream news. Now, I've taken many a college class that puts emphasis on the importance of sources, credible sources, citation. Nothing is accepted without proof that something is a credible source. So I completely encourage you to get information from credible sources. I would say social media is definitely not a credible source. I can joke about that all day long. I actually do have a part of a comedy set about social media, not a serious one. But I strongly encourage you to go away from the mainstream news channels. Search for independent medical websites. The CDC is a great place to start in regards to this, but find true facts and find them not from people who are telling you how to think about them. Because, again, to be honest, it's become very frustrating, the atmosphere that's been created. That's why I do appreciate the spirit of levity, the spirit of lightheartedness, still being mindful, but still doing something to keep your mind off of the fear that can be generated. So personally, that is my thoughts. I guess that's as jalapeno as it might get for the time being. The world of politics, otherwise, the race for president isn't really that in the spotlight at all. I feel like maybe there's reasons behind it. One thing, since the last time I saw you in episode 4 and we talked about this, or I talked about this, there was a few more people in the race for president. A few people had dropped out right before episode 4, which was the night after Super Tuesday. Afterwards, of course, Michael Bloomberg dropped out, Elizabeth Warren dropped out, and it was officially a two-man race when Tulsi Gabbard dropped out just a few days ago, I believe. Again, I think the sentiment was pretty clear in episode 3 that neither Angel or I were very appreciative of Michael Bloomberg's presence in the race. And I think he did the whole country a significant disservice by spending $60 million for nothing, essentially, to drop out one day after he goes on the polls and fails miserably. Again, you can tell that the sentiment is not there. But really, all that benefited that is the mainstream media, which I'm honestly quite sick of. I would much rather go after independent sources, and that's what I'm trying to do. And I encourage you to do the same. But yeah, it's officially a two-man race. Biden and Bernie, and it's looking more and more as time goes on and attention spans decrease for that topic at least, that Joe Biden may very well be the nominee. And again, I'm not going to say who I would vote for of the two, or in the general election, which of the two that would be there I would vote for. I'm not going to say that. However, I will say that if Joe Biden becomes the nominee, pardon me for saying that slightly off, nominee, that there will not be jalapeno politics for quite some time. Because I think Joe Biden is the least stimulating candidate there has been in recent history. I would be very disheartened to find out that that is who half the country is entrusting essentially the country's future to. I mean, really, the best person is probably never going to be there, truly the best person. But just, it won't be very stimulating, I don't think. It'll probably be more decided one way, I don't think the other, if Joe Biden becomes the nominee. If Bernie Sanders does, then it'll be more interesting, I believe. A bigger contrast, maybe a different movement of some sort. I'm sure Angel would be pleased with that, but as of right now, that doesn't seem to be happening. All right, so we have progressed quite a bit with me talking. We beat the beast that is level 65. It's no longer really a beast. I honestly don't even remember beating it like 3 seconds ago. This is a new episode. This is Easter Bunny Hills. Easter is upcoming. It is April 12th this year. I recently learned how the date for Easter is determined. I wondered about this for years. In a project I researched, I found out that Easter is always the Sunday after the first full moon of spring. And you have no idea how happy it actually made me that I knew something that I had wanted to know for many years. Just saying. Easter Bunny Hills, level 66 to 80. I don't know how far we're going today, but we're introduced to portals. Officially. When these ingredients reach the bottom of this side, they will portal through up to the other side of the board. We have to collect 4 of them. We, again, have a ton of boosters, which is kind of allowing me to mindlessly play while I'm talking with as much mindfulness as I can. But another thing in relation to the coronavirus, and I mentioned this before, Angel is not able to be with me because the facility, the building for my alternate studios is closed due to coronavirus. It, as many other buildings are, businesses, they're closed, they are not essential. And really, for me, it is not essential. I do have my home studio, which is where I am right now, comfortably at 11:17 at night. But unfortunately, and it really is disappointing for me, that Angel cannot be with me and may not be with me in the future. So until further notice, it will just be me for Let's Play Candy Crush. I know YouTube has pushed for the home quarantine, trying to stay home as much as possible. The stay home and do this with me, I believe it is. I have seen it on Twitter. This video would be stay home and play Candy Crush with me. I know that you're not actually playing, but hey, maybe you can, if you can do multitasking, take your phone, play the same levels along. Hopefully you can still access the regular mini games. I've heard that there have been rumored changes to the mini games, the Sugar Drops, Build-A-Bot, and Candy Crush. Hopefully they are either just rumors, not been initiated yet. But I've also heard rumors that there is going to be a new map layout, and it will be easier to navigate through levels in Candy Crush. That is something to be looking forward to. Now, I can't go through a video without talking about food. And this is the point where I do want to keep things light. I want to talk a little bit about favorites. And I know in the very first video we talked about favorite food, and I've talked about favorite places to eat. But I've actually come to realize recently that local places, the places that are being hit hardest by having to close the coronavirus, are truly my favorite places to eat out. And that just kind of makes it even more no, I'm not going to use that word. I'm trying to think of what the right word would be. Disappointing, I will say. And, of course, it is more difficult for the people who actually own the businesses, the local businesses that do their best to produce quality and, as far as I've seen, do the best job of anyone at producing quality. But also I've thought about what else I could say in regards to favorites. And I decided to dedicate a small portion of time to a few things that I just thought over. So, the hardest decision for me was favorite soda. Soda is probably the unhealthiest drink. I try and drink sparkling water as much as I can, but when it comes to my favorite soda, it really depends on the mood for me, or what I'm eating. I think orange cream soda is what I could eat with almost anything, but same for classic Coke. I think I'm torn between the two of them as which would be my favorite soda. Now, for other sodas, like root beer, there's a lot of different kinds. And I have to think, what is my favorite kind? It's A&W Diet Root Beer. Not sponsored. I just love it. It is the creamiest. I love that. Barks Root Beer would be my second choice, and then Mug. I know I'm not sponsored by this. I will never be, because Mug sucks. It really does. Sorry for that. I'm sorry. I might have taken that too far. But it truly does. I deserve one of those little absolute brutal honesty moments every video, I guess. Thinking past that, maybe beyond food. Favorite color, I've already gone over that. That's orange. I like bright colors. I like bright, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Like reflective, like outside springy colors, like a spring green or pink or like flowers. Because spring is my favorite time of the year. After all the other times of the year, I really like enjoy the whole 3/4 of the year except for winter. You can tell I'm getting tired because my voice is going down and this conversation is going very slowly. But yeah, everything's blooming. It's wonderful. Everything will be in bloom by Easter. Hopefully the warm weather, as somewhat predicted, will slow, maybe stop coronavirus spread. But yeah, by Easter we'll have everything blooming. We'll have the birds. We already have some of the birds where we live. And oddly enough, it's actually forecasted snow tomorrow. Maybe the last snow of the season, I'm hoping. But really, yeah, everything's already blooming and there's one more instance of snow. My bright colors kind of translates into my fashion sense. I like things that are colorful, patterns. I like plaid. I also like my team decal for Marbula 1 on Yale's Marble Runs. And I do, again, apologize for misspeaking and in the habit of always saying Jelle's Marble Runs in the Marble Insider. It is Yale's, and Marbula 1 is still ongoing. 2 races left. I'm very excited. My predictions, again, have changed. Not official, but I am putting Thunderbolts a little higher up there. More faith being restored. I will include link to Marbula 1, Race 6, or no, I'll just do the whole playlist in the description. Check that out on Yella's Marble Runs. So yeah, colorful patterns, plaid, team decal. I'm trying to find colorful ties. However, Amazon is not helping, and of course, nowhere else is open, so that'll have to wait. Let's see here. In the meantime, I'm staring up at my wall, and I see a picture, and it is a puzzle. We framed a puzzle, a 1,000-piece puzzle, gift from my sister. It is a complete 1,000-piece puzzle of candy. Now, when I first got this gift, I thought all that candy was in the box, so it was a little disappointing. It was. But, yeah, I enjoyed doing puzzles at that time, too. Now I don't have the patience to do a 1,000-piece puzzle. Although I am playing Candy Crush, which is like 5,000, 6,000 levels, so... but yeah, so my favorite candy. What is my favorite candy? I honestly don't know. I like hard candy. I like to suck on candy. Cinnamon, butterscotch. It's usually my favorite. Recently, I discovered those like soft mints that go to a powderish. I forget the name. It's like a little red bird on the wrapper. They're like soft mints, after dinner mints, but they are in different flavors. So I have cotton candy ones, which I am very partial to. I like cotton candy. The one reason that I like fall, and I'm so torn as to whether or not to like fall, a lot of festivals, local festivals, a lot of great food that time of year. However, I also don't like Halloween, so... But then there's other holidays, so I like the year except for winter. Minus Christmas. Christmas is awesome. So yeah. I'm trying to remember what that is. The little red bird logo, the candy. I'll look it up. But yeah. I don't know if I would say my favorite. My favorite would probably just have to be hard candy. No particular brand, just regular any hard candy. Cinnamon, root beer, butterscotch. Not sure where else to go. We only got one more level. I'm awkwardly stopping in the middle of an episode yet again because we are only doing 12 with me, only 10 levels with me. That's wise. So what else should I say? The last level should be pretty quick. Unlike this one, I'm struggling to get that last little jelly. Come on. There we go. Favorite jelly, apple jelly. That is something interesting, like literal jelly, like jelly on toast. Apple jelly. If you've never tried it, try it. It is really good. I really love apples, especially Fuji apples. Apples, favorite fruit. Cucumber, favorite vegetable. I'm talking fast to make this conversation go faster. If at this point you're still watching, by the way, thank you very much. You are very dedicated. And maybe you are playing along on your phone. So this is my last level. I'm not going to start anything else in conversation because I'm going to probably beat this in like one move and have no time to finish. Actually, that might come true. Wow. One jelly. Come on. Come on. Yes, I called it. All right, so all I will say to finish this video is reiterating. My first priority with this series is to be something as relief, as a getaway in your mind from the serious, straining events of our time. And what I strongly encourage you to do is get away from the nightly news or world news tonight, the mainstream evening hypocrisy, the evening act. I know that may be a bit harsh, but it's honestly what I'm feeling right now. Go to true facts, not fears. Look for a credible source that's not going to feed you a bunch of BS. And yes, I am getting harsher because I actually am getting frustrated when I'm thinking about this. But take the guidelines, stay healthy, keep your mind clear. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that this country can get back to normal soon enough. Maybe I can find another way to get together with Angel to make the next episode. But as of right now, thank you so much for watching. This has been Professor CC19. Stay healthy. Have a great day.